Choose any ATM of your convenience and stand a chance to win gold sovereigns.
Lanka Pay.
Polling for the 2024 presidential election commenced this morning. 17,140,354 Sri Lankans were eligible to vote in this year's poll to elect the country's 9th executive president. With the polls opening at 7 a.m. this morning, voters arrived at polling centres to cast their votes.
I'm at the Swami Vivekananda polling centre in Colombo 13. What we observed during the day is that people came here to cast the vote with much enthusiasm. The presidential election 2024 is a crucial election that will be held in Sri Lanka following the economic crisis the country experienced in 2022. 17.1 million voters are eligible to cast their vote, and out of that number, 1.7 million voters are based in Colombo. There are 1,024 polling centres located across the Colombo district. I'm Chamut Fernando reporting to Derana from Swami Vivekananda College in Colombo.
I'm here at the polling centre located at the College House building of the University of Colombo. Large crowds arrived to cast their ballots to elect the 9th executive president of Sri Lanka. We observe that the setting here remains peaceful, while security within and around polling centres are also tightened. As of 4 p.m. today, 75% of voters in Colombo have cast their ballots. Voting closed at 4 p.m. today, and as you can see, after ballots have been casted, election officials will then transport the ballot boxes to the counting centres. There are 49 counting centres located across Sri Lanka, and within Colombo, DS Senanayake College and Royal College are the two counting centres. Ballot boxes will be transported to 1,713 counting centres across the island. I'm here at Royal College, one of the main counting centres in Colombo, where ballots casted by voters in Colombo will be tallied shortly. I'm Tatyara Nayaka reporting for Derana.
According to the Election Commission, the overall voter turnout for this year's election stood at around 75%. In the Western Province, voter turnout in the Colombo district was recorded at 75%, while the turnout in the Gampaha and Kalutara districts were recorded at 80% and 75% respectively. Meanwhile, in the Southern Province, the Gold district recorded a voter turnout of 74%, while the Matara and Hambantara districts saw turnouts of 76% and 78% respectively. In the Central Province, voter turnout in the Kandy, Nuwara and Matale districts were recorded at 78%, 80% and 79% respectively. Meanwhile, in the Sabaragamuwa province, both Ratnapura and Kegol districts recorded turnouts of 75% each. The Kurunegala and Puttalam districts of the Northwestern province also recorded turnouts of 75% each. In the Eastern province, a 76% voter turnout was recorded from the Trincomalee district, while the Batticaloa and Ampara districts recorded turnouts of 69% and 70% each. In the Uva province, the Badulla district recorded a turnout of 73%, while the Monaragala district's turnout was 77%. The North Central provinces, Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa districts saw voter turnouts of 75% and 78% respectively. In the Northern province, the Jaffna district saw a turnout of 61%, Kilinochchi 68%, Mana 72%, Vaunia 72% and Mullaitivu 71%. Election officials as well as election observers are of the view that the 2024 presidential election is the most peaceful in Sri Lanka's electoral history.
Considering the current situation, we can say the situation is calm. Regarding the election law violations, we can be satisfied because we have received more than 40 election-related incidents during the election day. Out of 40 incidents, there are none of incidents related to election violence. However, there are election law violations and all are minor and there's no major incidents. None of such incidents affected the overall election process.
We are happy to announce these 9 presidential elections went in a peaceful manner. This is the most peaceful elections recent history which we have observed. We are not happy with the social media behavior in this election. Some social media pages, they went with the paid advertisement, even the cooling period. So PAFRAL is preparing a specific report on social media this time, and we will discuss with the elections commissions and other legal authorities to take some actions in the future to prevent such a situation during elections period.
අද දිනේ මේ ඡන්දය
ඉතාම සාමකාමීව පැවතුණා කියන.
We can officially announce that this presidential election was held peacefully. However, minor violations of election laws were observed. We have arrested 10 individuals who violated election laws. The counting of votes has now commenced, and with the publication of results, we will declare the commencement of the post-election period. We request the public not to gather together to watch election results. Roadblocks will be set up, and the anti-riot unit will also be deployed. No one will be allowed to conduct marches or rallies after the election results are released. If you need to report any incident, please contact 119 118 and 107.
107 දුරකථන අංකයට දැනුම් දෙන්න පුළුවන්.
මෙතන ඉතිහාසයේ මැතිවන දිනයකදී
This election will go down in history as the most peaceful one conducted so far. The counting of votes is the next step of the process. At the moment, ballot boxes containing postal votes have been distributed to the counting centres for the counting to begin. In centres where ordinary votes are to be tallied, the counting of votes will commence once the ballot boxes are received by those counting centres.
එම ගණන් කිරීමේ ශාලාවේ ගණන් කිරීමේ කටයුතු ආරම්භ කිරීමට අවස්ථාවක් තියෙනවා.